Hello. It's another day of sadhana, another day to make mistakes and to learn from them, hopefully. So, if you were with me yesterday, you may have noticed that I forgot to do the pose and went right to the meditation in the trusty hammock. But did I forget? I tell you, I looked at the video afterward for some reason and went, uh-oh. And I did go outside then and do the pose as soon as I realized it. So I did get the pose in. I wonder how you reacted yesterday. So we're going to kind of take off on a little bit of what we, or at least I think, what we discussed yesterday, because my brain obviously isn't clicking on all cylinders, or at least recently, the idea of ego, the little self, and being devoted to the little s self instead of the big S self. So in chapter 12, Krishna represents our true selves, our core selves. This is in the Bhagavad Gita, the song of your soul. He's your soul trying to tell you who you are. And Arjun is like the little limited self that we believe we are. He's the self with the small s. So it's little s self and the big S self talking. The complication with this and why the spiritual path can actually be so much harder as we get older, but it's definitely worth it, is that, I've been saying Arjun is our little s self, which makes you think, oh, that's just one entity I have to overcome to see my big S self. But actually, the little s self is a conglomeration of many little s selves that we put on ourselves or we allow others to put on us. I was reflecting upon this morning, and actually, I've taught this in previous yoga psychology courses. So right now, I'm coming to grips with the fact that I did not forget to do the pose yesterday because I, as I think of myself, Atmadarshan or Laura, who was not in charge yesterday, there's this invader in my physical body, and it's a virus, and it has an ego. Lots of things have egos, little S selves that we don't expect. For example, having worked in psychiatry and grown up with addiction, when I see certain faces, I can see, hello, airplane, I can see the drug in those faces, the drug of choice. It's like another being has taken over. That's why people often think, I'm not in control of myself. I'm in control of this addiction. And yes, whatever it is in your body, whatever we let into our body is fighting us for a sense of self. So, for example, I don't feel like myself. No, I feel like this virus in my body right now. The virus right now is winning the battle to be me. And but I'm going to get you back, virus. This little me inside me is going, yes. Any food we eat, we take that on as part of us that we have to overcome through the digestive process. This thinking of when does an apple stop being an apple and when does it become you when you're eating it? Or as a recent book title mentioned, when does air become breath and then your breath become air, right? So that's part of what's going on with you all the time. You're digesting experiences, you're digesting things, and you're trying to constructively integrate them into your idea of your little s self. But we're overwhelmed in this world right now with choices, with options, with labels. My goodness gracious, so many labels. What yoga and specifically the Gita is trying to help us do is to stop our little s self views of the world. Because with this virus in me, the world looks a lot different. Oh my gosh, I just want to do nothing, which, as many of you know, is not the me, the little self that's usually in charge. I'm usually doing a jillion things, right? So I'm looking forward to shedding this do nothing. But why? Because I've labeled myself. I say, I am a person who gets things done. And I've taken on other labels from society. I am female because that's what I was embodied at birth. But am I really? I sure don't like to do girly things, that's for sure. Hate dresses, hate high heels, no makeup, blah, blah, blah. So am I a girl? Or am I behaving and being treated by society in a certain way because of that label? And we can go on and on about the labels. I belong to a certain country. I am a blank. I belong to a certain political party. I am a blank. The most insidious one that we start off with is I am good. My decisions are good. Or I am bad. There's a very powerful mantra in Sanskrit, and it's very short. The most powerful ones are short, and it's hum. And it means I am. And it's the mantra of this chakra here in the throat, which is associated with truth, because the truth is you are. I am. The world is. The cat is. The flowers are. And anything we put after that verb of being is a label. It's not the thing. So anything I say after I am is not me, it's a label. Anything I say after you are is not you, it's a label. And anything I say about the world is, traffic is. No, that's my little S self filters kicking in. It's not the thing. And one of the big items we have to take out of chapter 12 is that we are. And that's it. We are. And this is what Krishna is trying to show Arjuna. I am. I am all the labels you could possibly put on me, yet I am beyond those labels. And so are you. So when you label yourself a coward or a failure, that's a label you're putting on yourself. Remember, I think I've said this before. One of the biggest labels that is put on us by others, and then we put on others, is good or bad. Generally, when people or society or a group says you're good, it means you're doing what I want you to do. And when you're bad, you're not doing what I want you to do. All right. So can we stop today? This is going to be a tough one. Whenever this verb of being comes up, can you just stop there? Like, I am. Oh, just stop right there. I am. That is. Just stop right there. That is. You are. You are. I am. You are. It is. Can you relate to the cosmos just from that perspective without labels? Because it's only when we take away the labels and when we strip away these false egos we've introduced into ourselves, like the darn virus. The virus is. My gender label is. The way society looks at me now that I'm older is, right? Older ladies know about that. We become invisible. Just stop it, is or are. Just stop there. Just stop. Okay. So today's practice is dedicated to I, you, and it. Just like that. And I am going to actually do the pose. I am. And you are welcome to join or not. Switch sides. Ah, wow, the fall colors aren't they? So today I do invite you to contemplate this idea of just stopping after the MR is. Can you? 5 minutes. Welcome back. Two things came to my mind. One is, I think this is the magic of childhood. Is childhood, we haven't put all those labels on yet. Everything is just as it is, waiting to be discovered. And when we're older, we think we've figured everything out. We use the shortcut of labels. That can take away a lot of the magic of youth. And second is, if you're thinking, well, how do I describe myself? Like, if I'm hungry today, how do I say I'm hungry? If I have to stop at I am, maybe take a cue from a lot of the romance languages of Europe and say, I have. I have hunger. I have anger. I have sadness. I have talent. I have, instead of I am. Just be. And we'll see about being together tomorrow. May your day be, and may you be. Until next time.